Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Friday night. We're here. We're live. We're hanging out. This is the North America Race Room Twitch channel. Here on Twitch, live right now. This will be up on YouTube tomorrow for anyone else to watch from the YouTube side. Welcome. This is, once again, this is really the North America Race Room Discord community. This is our Friday night community event. This is a combination that's thought up of the masterminds behind the North America Race Room Discord community, and this week they've come up with the KTM Xbow at Portimao National. So if you're unfamiliar with the National, it is a smaller circuit of Portimao. So you'll maybe recognize some portions that these cars are on. But it's not the full circuit, it's a little bit shorter than what it normally is, so these should prove to be pretty fun to watch, honestly. These cars are a little bit crazy. They look a little bit crazy. They're convertibles, pretty much. And that's about really all I can say, honestly. I don't know too much about them, other than they look crazy. I'm not sure how fast they are. I'm not really sure really anything about them. I've never driven it. I probably should have done this one, but I didn't feel like it. So I'm here with you, hanging out. But either way, if you're finding this somewhere, this video, make sure to find the North America Race Room Twitch channel. That's North America Race Room on Twitch. If you haven't found the YouTube page yet, make sure to search North America Race Room on YouTube. You will find everything that we've streamed and or recorded. So anything that's streamed live, whether it be on Twitch or on YouTube, gets thrown up to YouTube in a higher resolution, a replay basically for later, and they normally go up usually the next day. So go through the archives of the North America Race Room Discord community. If you like some stuff, you know, put a like on it, put a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to get your notifications set up. If you want to comment on stuff, feel free to comment. If you want to tell us what we're doing good, what we're doing bad, tell us that as well. So we are always open to suggestions. We are always open to criticism, and we build upon from there. So it's a beautiful thing. In addition to Twitch and YouTube, make sure to find our Twitter page. So if you're on Twitter, if you search for RaceRoom, all put together, so RaceRoom, that should be the North America Race Room Discord. That's where we put up where streams will be, when streams go live, if any announcements or information or news comes out from Race Room itself or Sector 3. We'll normally retweet it or put it up in something that way it kind of gets spread around to whoever may be following it. So if you're not following it, make sure to follow and go from there. As of today as well, the North America Race Room also has an Instagram. So if you're on Instagram, search out North America Race Room, all run together, and you should find the new Instagram page, which will, I believe, is going to be used more as, you know, like a short clip of races we put on there, pictures of various things. I think eventually, as we share, we tend to share pictures of our sim rigs or hardware that we're using or stuff that's been acquired recently. So that type of fun content might go on there as well. So put a follow there and put hearts on everything. Heart everything up. And we'll see how it all turns out. So we're all over the social media world at the moment, so find us out wherever you might have your social media. and give a follow or give a like, one or the other. So now that I got that out of the way, we're here in practice. I do not have a circuit layout for this. I actually did not have much time to try to find one. What we'll do though is we'll try to find someone to do an in-car lap to follow them around, and that way then we can kind of see maybe the differences from the full circuit to where the National takes over. Actually, you know what, Mike King? Let's do it right now. Let's go from the dash. So he has just passed the start-finish line. You come down into turn 1 like you normally do of the full Portimao. And you basically go through the normal circuit for the first part of this lap. So you got your normal turn 2, turn 3 there, up the hill to the left. He took that, he cut it pretty well. Held on to it over the curb, and off he went. So right now he's purple sector, so he's fastest through sector 1. But then you come down to the normal tight left that you'll see on Portimao, and you go flying through there. So here's where National takes over. So instead of going there, you cut to the right really quickly to this part, where you'll then go up the hill to the left, and you'll have the big sweeping right down and around the hill, and then up the hill once again into the normal Portimao, to the tight left where spins can happen in just about any car you're probably in, and then you have the big sweeping right hand that you always do on Portimao, and you come back to the start finish line. So 2/3, well really 98% of it is Portimao. You just kind of cut a little bit off, and you can see that he cut off a little bit there on the final sweeping turn as well. So, but right now that must have been invalidated. So we'll put it back to auto director so it follows people around. So, but right now you've got Luke Filippone and running a 140.492. So there's your fastest lap in practice at the moment, with Jeff Hooten really close behind, about 2/10 behind. Ed Engineer 3/10 behind, and then it kind of goes up from there. 1 through 7 are super close, within a second of each other, and then Mark Sutton and Evan Gramke 8 and 9, they're about 4 seconds off. So they're probably just trying to settle into the car, settle into the track, and find their way into it. Right now we have 11 folks, 11 racers in the server. We might get a couple more, since this is a North America RaceRoom event on one of our servers. People have all the way up until the end of qualifying to jump in, so we might gain a few towards the end of practice through qualifying, which would be, it's always great to have as many people in as we can. So 11's not bad. And also, if you're kind of newer to our Friday night events, we have 2 races. Both of them are 20 minutes. And race number 2 is a reverse top 10. So if you win, if you come in P1 of race 1, you then start P10. And then you can reverse it from there. So if you come in P10, you have the luxury of being on the pole position, P1, for race number 2, to either try to get away from everyone or be overtaken really quickly and then be in the thick of it. So many options, many outcomes and variations can happen. But I think what I might do as well, that way you don't have to listen to me talk the entire time, is I'll probably, even though I'm going to sit here, commentate, and hang out, I'm probably going to jump into the voice channel. That way you hear other folks other than just me. And then I'll probably jump in every now and then and talk about some stuff, maybe mute them. That way there's not a clash of voices happening if they do happen. And we'll go from there. So I'm really just hanging out. I didn't feel like racing this. I've been putting together some new hardware and stuff, so kind of tired today. I wouldn't have had much time to really practice this at all, other than being in here, and I probably wouldn't have been very good. So I decided really just to take a break this evening. Maybe come back for tomorrow's long race, which will be ranked, and we'll go from there. So, Grimy, happy Friday to you as well. Hopefully you got some good stuff on tap for the weekend. If you can, if you've been having luck with no disconnects, tomorrow night there's the hour race, which is gonna be, let me look it up real fast. GT3s in the ADAC on Suzuka. So if you're good on GT3s, if you're good at Suzuka, if you can cross fingers that nothing happens to you within an hour, then tomorrow night there's an hour-long ranked race. We will have a stream up for that. I might be in that one. I might decide to run that. So if I do, there'll still be a stream going. It just won't be me sitting here. There you go, Grammy. If you can get out there for that, that's awesome. I mean, if you can't, it's always no problem. We have one every Saturday, thanks to RaceRoom. So, Mr. Hooten, where'd he come in? So Mr. Hooten is now your P1 through practice. Almost a 140 even. I would have to assume that he'll probably get down to a 139 by the end of qualifying. I'm putting money on that. So let's see what we have here. Let's mute myself. Well, let's jump into the voice channel. See if anyone's talking in there. I'll quiet down for a little bit. And then we'll let practice roll out. We got about 5.5 minutes left of practice. And then we'll get into qualifying, which is 15 minutes of qualifying. So practice here is 40 minutes. And that's really just to give a little extra time for practicing the combination of car and track if you've never done either one, or if you haven't done this type of combination before, then 40 minutes gives you at least some decent time to try to learn it. Then you roll into 15 minutes of qualifying. So hopefully by then you know the track. If you don't, then qualifying may not be very good.
I'm not going to have a transmission left at the end of this.
That Corvette flying.
Oh mate, I've got that thing together. I like it.
Disappointed. I was disappointed.
You're not...
There. I was just behind Dennis, and I had a this morning. Oh no!
I got a good. I got good laps, of course. That annoyed Mr. Slavage.
Mr. Lebowski, there is probably cats always around. I feel like dogs either know what you're doing or you can push them away pretty easily, where cats, they know what you're trying to do and they want to be in the way. I personally don't have cats, so I really don't have to worry about that. This should be exciting. I would have to assume, especially being the National, if it was full Portimao, then it might get a little strung out between all of them. But since National cuts out a little bit, as you can see, what 1 through, well, it was a lot closer until some folks have started to get warmed up. But now we're what, 1 through 4 are within a second. Then Rangy, just a little over a second. Same with Theolupu and P6. So I would have to imagine during race, it should be pretty fairly close, and it's only 20 minutes long. So hopefully things don't get strung out too much, but they at least have the luxury of it being a shorter track than full out Portimao. And there is your end of practice. 40 minutes worth. So now we're going to jump to 15 minutes of qualifying. And yes, Rangy did move up. Pulled one out there at the very end of practice. Let's see if he can do it again in qualifying. And as I said, since this is unranked, on one of our servers, or one of our servers that we rent, folks have until the end of qualifying to jump in. So we might see some extra folks jump in who weren't there at all in practice. If we don't, we have 11 people in here at the moment, so hopefully all 11 stick around and make it through qualifying, and then hopefully we see all 11 make it through race 1 and race 2. That's my hope, at least. But as you can see, everyone leaving the pits. Rangy and his... I was trying to think of what... I mean, it's purple. It's like a pinkish purple. A light purple. It's a nice looking color, though. Out there at the red helmet. Since these cars are completely open at the top, you can kind of see everything going on. But what we'll try to do is we'll try to find... I'm not sure who went out first. I'm not sure who's out there first. We'll try to find the first person across the line. I'm going to assume it's Theo. No, it's not Theolupu. Mr. Lupu always seems to get out first. He's got like a cheat code, he's got like a game shark. He's got something going on there where he's always out there. It's infuriating at times when you're out there with him. Rangy wasn't the first out. Luke Filippone, I think he might be coming around to the start-finish line. Let's go to the dash. So he is. I don't think there's anyone in front of him, so no, there was. Whatever. We're going to stick with Luke here. And we're going to follow him through his first qualifying lap. And I won't talk much, I'll just let the sounds play out, because it seems like every race room car sounds amazing, so I'm gonna stop talking right now. So there you have it. So Mr. Filippone was not the first out. Mike King was. Mike King is your current P1 on a 140.4. And Luke Filippone came by in a 141.3. We'll find out who else is out there. Zoltan, about 5.5 seconds off the pace, but he may kind of be caught up in traffic. Maybe there a little bit. That's Rangy right in front of him. Not that Rangy's probably holding him up, but you know, you never know. Mark Sutton coming across the line. What's he didn't come in at? About a 144.3. So about 4 seconds off the P1 time. And we're going to see everyone start flowing through here now. Rangy, purple sector 1. Best in the session. Let's move to his dash cam. You're going to see perfection in action right here. He's purple sector 2. So if he holds on to sector 3 here, he has no issues. He'll definitely be your new P1. And I'm going to assume he's going to be really close to 139, so he might break the 139. And he did it. The madman did it. A 139.5 is your new fastest lap. The only person so far in practice and or qualifying to break the 139s. The Rangy Rover's done it.
Dorifto.
And as you can hear, he's giving away his secrets right there.
Oh, Rangy.
It's a bit rude, isn't it, that one?
Oh, bloody hell.
If I told you I was on race fuel, are you going to be upset?
And Mr. Hooten is your new P2. About 3.6, or not 3.6, but about 3.6, 3/10, almost 4/10 off Rangy there in P1. Now that Rangy's set the bar that low, or high, depending on how you look at it, in a 139.5.6, now you're going to see everyone start pushing themselves extra hard to try to get into the 139s to either be close or to potentially beat it. We still have 11 people. 4 folks have yet to set a lap. And for you all that are currently here, hanging out on Twitch, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I don't sit here very often and commentate, but when I do, it's always fun to have other folks in here with me to interact, just hang out and lounge.
It's weird, in the middle of the track, it said I had contact with something, and then it invalidated my next lap.
Oh, that's weird.
It just said contact though, it didn't say like car contact or anything like that.
Oh. Another Silverstone National. I don't know if you watched Tuesday Thunder, but we were getting disqualified all over the place. You only got 10 in?
Yeah, people aren't fans of the KTM, I guess.
It looks like Zoltan has backed
Good
out.
track as well. I mean, Portimao's a great track.
So right now we're down to 10 folks.
Meow.
So this entire grid will be reversed
You really wish we had that
in
last
some
one.
way, in some fashion,
Oh, I
come
really
race
want
number
that
2.
one. I really like that one.
'Cause every time I get to it, it's very disappointing.
It is, because you can lean on it for ages in that corner, can't you? You guys running any wing?
I was running 0, I put it back to 1. I don't know if it's any better.
I'm not running any at all.
Traction control.
The traction control's your right foot, isn't it?
Yeah. I just talk with traction.
So there you see Mr. Lupu putting that time. About 1.1 off rangey there in P1. So 2 folks have yet to set a time. Evan Gramke and Emery Anderson. And when they do, that'll be your entire 10-car field. So it'll be a 10-car shootout for 20 minutes. Reverse the grid from where they finish. And then one more 20-minute shootout for all the glory.
Only got 1 time lap in out of all that. Keep going off on the last turn.
But deceiving. The
You can take the first part of it flat out, but the second part you've got to dab the brakes to make the turn to get on the straight.
Yeah.
Got a little overtake action here happening in qualifying. Some folks are racing hard. I'm not sure who that was who just went past Mark Sutton. Well, they're trying to get going in a hurry there. And here goes Jeff Hooten. Look at this. Jeff Hooten might just... Oh no, something happened to him. So he was going great there through sectors 1 and 2. We had some problem in sector 3 and threw him way off, but he was on a blazing purple lap there. So it looks like Emery Anderson is the last person to try to qualify. Let's find him. See where he. So he's currently in the pits. So he's not going to get a qualifying time. So he will start 10th. But hey, if he ends up in 10th after 20 minutes of race 1, then he'll be right there at pole position P1 for race number 2. So maybe it's all according to plan for him. Maybe he just couldn't get a lap in within that 15 minutes, and he'll start P10. But we'll see what happens. Jeff Hooten once again was on 2 purple sectors, and then sector 3 had an issue. So here is your official qualifying. William Lebowski jumped in at the very end. So P1, Rangy Rover. P2, Jeff Hooten. P3, Ed Engineer. P4, Mike King. P5, Msketty. P6, Theolupu. P7, Luke Filippone. P8, Evan Gramke. P9, Mark Sutton. It looks like, potentially, William Lebowski may have jumped in at the very end of qualifying to make it in. Emery Anderson, I believe, is also still there. So we may have 11. Potentially. It's going to be interesting to see who the server says is still there. But we should have 11 people. So here is race warm-up number 1. In true tradition, in true fashion of the North America Race Room Discord community, the warm-ups are not for warming up your tires, not warming up your brakes, but for finding whatever jumps you can find to completely destroy your car. Now, you may see some people actually try to do a little bit of a warm-up. Maybe Jeff Hooten's trying one here. Who knows? Jeff Hooten may also find a car coming directly at him, going reverse on the circuit, and have a head-on collision. That is always a possibility, and it's usually guaranteed. So what I want to do is I want to follow his cockpit, and I want to see if we find someone coming the other way. I guarantee you there is. I guarantee you that there's something going to happen to him somewhere. There it is. So there was your first oncoming car. I don't know who that was. I don't know where they were going. They were going the wrong way in a fast way. But Jeff Hooten might make it all the way around for one warm-up lap. I'm surprised we've only seen one car going the opposite way. But he's going to make it. So I'm wondering where everyone else is. Where's Evan Gramke? Oh, Evan Gramke's. So they have found a jump. Who's going to do it? Let's see what Theo's going to do here. So they are hitting the curbs hard. Very hard. And slamming around. There went Luke Filippone into it. Mike King missed the curb everyone's trying to hit. And there's Luke Filippone in the Red Bull KTM. That's my favorite. I'm picking him for the win. Only because he's got the Red Bull livery. Didn't even know they had one. Rangy might be going around backwards. I don't know what Jeff Hooten is doing. Ed Engineer. I think he's going backwards. I can't even tell anymore. They might not be going backwards. I don't think Ed's going backwards. Mike King is somewhere. Luke Filippone is just hanging out on the beach, maybe drinking a Red Bull. Mark Sutton's coming around. William Lebowski, he's out there almost getting hit with the rear end of Luke Filippone. That engineer's coming through. Rangy's out there doing something. Mark Sutton's taking it nice and slow. So yeah, we'll see what Luke's gonna do here. I think he's gonna hit it. Oh yes. So that's the curb at turn 1. Oh, someone went right in behind him. I don't know who that was. Oh, that was Theo Lupu. So these two here are drifting, hitting curbs. So those are the curbs at T1, turn 1, and turn 2. Which, hey, even in the race, if you hit those even slightly, probably your car's going to be very upset at you. And if you're running crew chief, your crew chief might also be upset at you. Oh, look at that! Holy cow! Holy cow! How many rolls did he do? I've lost count. He did 1, 2, 4, 6, 10. I think he did 30 rolls. Even if he didn't, I'm saying he did 30 rolls. We're gonna watch him one more time. Let's see what he does here. He's got 9 seconds. He's avoiding Rangy, going backwards on the straight. Luke Filippone is still out there. He's got wings. He's gonna hit that. Well, that was fun. I'm satisfied. There's your end of your warm-up. 5 minutes worth. So now these gentlemen here, they'll reset. They'll make sure they get enough fuel. They'll get a different set of tires on there. Their crew chiefs, their pit crews worked. They're going to work very hard here in this minute to fix any suspension, any aerodynamics, maybe put in a new engine. They're going to do everything they can right now to get them to the grid. If RaceRoom had the animations, you would have seen pit crews scrambling all over the place while they were sitting there in that pit. So here we are on the grid. We're getting ready. We're going to see when these lights go green if we can. Sometimes it's hard to tell. I'm not even sure where the lights are on the thing. We'll try to follow them there at the where the countdown happens. You'll see some red lights here soon. Just jumping into Mike King. Let's watch from Theo Lupu. Lights are out. And they're off. And he gets a heck of a start. There's someone to the very left of him. I think Mike King, perhaps. And then Mike King's right up there. There's Rangy in the purple. Some folks are going wide. Looks like he came through unscathed. That was a great start from Mr. Lupu. So now to hang on, let's go to Auto Director. They're going to be up with Rangy here. So you've got Jeff Hooten, P1, Rangy Rover, P2, Mike King, P3. And there goes someone spinning off to the side. Evan Gramke. Maybe got too much of the curb, perhaps. I'm assuming he may have some damage. But he's slowly going. And what you have to remember now, there's now 11 people. So one person is going to be left out of that reverse grid. We're going to see who that is here at the end of 17 minutes. Rangy's doing half donuts. Oh, Rangy's getting smacked by Theo Lupu right in the... Oh, Theo Lupu's getting hit again. That might cause a little problem, a little damage. Rangy did some spins. Rangy was sideways. Coming over that crest. He may not be able to... probably wasn't seen by Theo Lupu. And then Theo got right into his side. And then Theo got hit in the side by someone else. Pure calamity there in whatever turn number that is. If I was a professional, I'd know. But I am not a professional. So I don't know. So coming around lap 1, Jeff Hooten is your P1. He is your current leader. Mike King right behind him, M. Sketty. Followed by Ed Engineer, Luke Filippone in P5. And then there's about a 4-second gap between Luke Filippone and Emery Anderson in P5 and 6. I can only imagine that, well, as I was about to say, Theo Lupu may have some damage, along with Rangy and Evan Gramke, but Theo just passed Mark Sutton for position 7, so. So we're going to see if Mark Sutton can hold off Rangy Rover back there in P10. As he jumps up to Luke Filippone, sitting up here in P4, trying to run down Ed Engineer. Luke's about less than a second now. There goes someone around. Who was that? Stuff happening everywhere. That was Evan Gramke once again. Mr. Sketty sitting up here in P2. Jeff Hooten comes around again, lap number 2, still your leader. And there's about a 1 second gap between Mr. Hooten and M. Sketty. There's now about a 2.5 gap difference between Sketty and Ed Engineer in P2 and 3. And here comes a bunch of people. Mike King here in P7. Theo, I think, was trying to make a run on somebody. Here you have Rangy Rover, Mark Sutton. Rangy's going to get around the outside, get up the hill. Rangy's going to try to stay with Mr. Lebowski. I don't know. Rangy got by there. Takes it a little too wide out. He went in hot. But he is going to stay in front of Mr. Lebowski. Theo Lupu here. Go to the cockpit. He's going to try to run down Emery Anderson. Less than a second, about a half a second behind. Oh, Emery Anderson into the wall. Gonna try to get out and get going again. Just misses Mark Sutton and William Lebowski coming by. He's back on his way. Evan Gramke about 16, 17 seconds behind all that. Here comes Rangy Rover, going to try to pick off another person. So you've got Australian on Australian there. Mike King right in front of him in P6. Rangy's less than a second now. He's going to try to run down Mike, try to get by. He might even. He might just full on send it here in T1. Be a little crazy to do, but I've seen crazier things. Oh! Mike actually, he destroyed that curb. Rangy got by. Rangy's well on his way. Mike may, I can only assume he would have some damage after hitting that curb extremely hard. That was a massive hit. Luke Filippone, P4, doing his thing. If I was the driver of the Red Bull KTM Xbow, I'd be asking for a cup holder with a Red Bull and a straw. That'd be the only way to do it. Emery Anderson gets off a little outside. Who was that sitting out there? Oh, Mike King. So Mike King was out in the gravel where the National takes over, where you cut through the infield to basically the latter part of the track. Rangy's a man on a mission here. He may be a little upset. Who knows? He might be a little mad about his start from his spins before. So now he is trying to run down Theo Lupu as he ran down Mike King. A lot closer here. There's no DRS, but he's going for it. He's up here beside him. Who's going to break late? Who's going to be the late breaker? Oh, boy. Oh, goodness. Rangy manages to just slide right on by. Theo gets a heck of a run out of the turn. He's going to pester. Oh, boy. Too much curb on that one. I think he's going in reverse. And now he's away. Off he goes. William Lebowski showing 100% damage. He's gotten into something. He's going down the pits. Let's follow him for just a second. So he might be trying to get some repairs done. Because he's not retiring. If he was retiring, then he'd be sitting diagonally in the pit box. So he's actually having some work done. So we'll see how long he sits there. He'll definitely go a lap down. Oh, maybe he needs some fuel. So a quick splash of fuel. Out he goes. We'll check back in on him. See where he's going here. Mike King working on Mark Sutton. This is the battle for P8 and P9. Where's Mike going to try to get by? Will he squeeze him? I don't know. Mark Sutton kind of got out of the throttle there just so there were no further incidences or no collisions. So Mark moves back to P9. Mike King up to P8. And this will probably jumped up to Sketty. Yes, it will. Sketty's now under a second for Jeff Hooten. Grimy, you are correct. These guys are sliding all over the place. Rangy's the top slider at the moment. And there goes Rangy again, just as we're talking about it. But sliding not how he wants to. Sideways, around, and again. I think that cut through is kind of giving some folks a little bit of trouble. It might be a different compound of concrete in there. It might be a little bit more slick, or maybe not. Maybe they're just hitting too much curb, and around they go. Either way, they've been having some issues going through there. As we follow Sketty, who's still under a second, to Jeff Hooten in P1. And Sketty's going to try to put in as many good laps as he can to try to bring that time down, to either get close to try to pass, or just to keep it close, maybe hope for a mistake, perhaps, by Mr. Hooten. Beyond the battle for P1 and P2 here, there are pretty big gaps between everyone. There's about a 2-second gap between Sketty here in P2 and Ed Engineer in P3. You saw Ed, so there's Ed right there. You can see the kind of the gap. Back to the green Xbow. Beyond Ed Engineer, you got Luke Filippone about 3 seconds back, and then a pretty big gap of 13 seconds between Luke Filippone and P4 and Rangy Rover P5. And then another gap between 5 and 6 with Theo Lupu in P6, about 12 seconds back from Rangy Rover. Mike King is once again getting close, trying to work on Emery Anderson. Someone is there in the gravel on the side. We'll stay with this for just a second. Actually, as I say that, Mr. Sketty he's working it. He's trying to get close. He was close. He's now down under half a second. We'll keep it right here. if you watched before and you've heard me talk, I love the cockpit cams that RaceRoom does, at least within the broadcast stuff here. It gives you the best perspective of what the racer is doing, where you can see where he's turning, you know, with the wheel, but then you can also catch, kind of get the full view of beside him, in front of him, how close he's really getting. So we'll keep it here for right now. See how he is. Now he's back up over a second, so as you can see, a couple slides, a little bit of slippage through the cut through. So we're going to move back. Emery Anderson here working on Mike King. So Mike King got by in that time we were watching Sketty. So Emery Anderson's, it's that inside curb going up that hill. If you just get too much of it and try to power through it on the throttle, it'll just throw you sideways. You kind of ruin your lap, but then also maybe ruin your day. So that's going to give Mark Sutton is now ahead of Emery Anderson due to that. So a position change between 8 and 9. So Emery is going to now try to fight back, stay close, maybe get ahead of Mark somewhere before the end of this race. And we have under 6.5 minutes left. But I must say, pretty good action. I see yellow flags for everyone here. Sketty has gone off. I'm kind of unsure what he's done. Maybe he hit too much of the curb on the inside of turn 1 there and threw him out to the outside. But he went from P2 now down to P3. He's about 2.8 to 3 seconds behind P3 there. Ed Engineer is your new P2, and he's about 5 seconds behind Jeff Hooten in P1. We'll jump off Sketty for a second. Here's Emery Anderson working on Mark Sutton. Lost that position due to a spin going up the hill. And here we go. He's taking a lot of the inside. But as you notice, not too much throttle through there because that's where he spun last time. But that's allowed Mark to get by. Or not get by, but get away a little further. But Emery's now.
I got to do my mental health a favour and map a shut up Jim button.
And here's Luke Filippone, about 1.1 second behind P2, Ed Engineer. So he's going to do what he can to stick close.
Did Bill break it? Is that what's up with his car? I think Bill's broken it.
What's wrong, Bill?
He's not talking.
Mine's broken. Flat spots. Killing me.
Got a light on my dash for the transmission all permanently now.
I've got to loosen up behind the wheel.
Let's jump to Emery Anderson here. Still trying to get by a Mark Sutton. Still battling here for 8 and 9, which will be the top, one of the top 3 positions for race number 2. So this is really the reverse battle for the front row to start P2 or race 2. Sorry. Evan Gramke into the wall hard back there. So it's safe to assume Evan Gramke will be your P1, your pole position for race number 2. Luke Filippone, get close, working it. Let's go in. I see no Red Bull. I see no straw. I see no cup holder. Therefore, I am disappointed. Ed Engineer. Oh my goodness, he is getting... He got very loose off the curbs. That's allowed Luke Filippone to get by. So now Ed's going to try to claw his way back as much as he can within these last 2.5 minutes. Emery Anderson working it. Trying to get by Mark. Mark's holding him off. Mark is making his car 10 feet wide at the moment. Elbows are completely out. Mark is going to block. I shouldn't say block. He's going to do everything he can to not let him by. He's going to take the racing line. He's going to hit the throttle hard. Let's look from reverse Mark Sutton here for just a bit. Emery is getting close. He just can't do it for right now. Thought maybe Emery would send it there just a little bit. Oh! Into the back of Mark Sutton, ever so slightly. Let's increase the gap just a bit, but Emery a little late on the brake there to get gain a little space back. We'll watch this from Emery's perspective here for a second. Goes out just a little bit too wide. This is the inside of the curb where you kind of want to flow through. We'll see how this gets to the end of the lap. Emery's hard on the power. Try not to get out too far to either invalidate or maybe get a slow down. Have to give a little time back. There he went out kind of wide. So this is going to be your last lap. Final lap of race number 1. Jeff Hooten, your P1, has a 2.3 lead on Luke Filippone. And we're going to jump to Ed Engineer. He's under a second here to Luke Filippone. They're coming to the end here, so let's... Mr. Jeff Hooten is your race 1 winner. P number 1. Luke Filippone is your P2. Ed Engineer, P3. M. Sketty, P4. Rangy Rover coming across the line. I cannot tell if anyone's flashing their lights or not. Probably not. He's going to come by P number 5, which I think means he'll start probably P5 or P6 for race number 2. Theo Lupu coming across at P6. There he goes. Mike King coming through the last final turns. We need to see this real quick. Emery Anderson. They are side by side. I had to jump away from Mike King. My apologies. But they are drag racing here to the end. Emery Anderson, Mark Sutton. Emery's gotten by. There goes Mark Sutton. Oh, slingshot on the inside. So Mark Sutton is going to take P8. Emery Anderson, P number 9. That was a heck of a move there, Mr. Mark Sutton. And it's going to be... So Evan Gramke is going to be your P10. William Lebowski, P11. We'll see if Mr. Lebowski stays for race 2. I'm assuming he will. He didn't leave as he's sitting there sideways or normally, so just getting a lot of work done on his car. That crew's working overtime. But there are your official standings, your official results for race number 1. As I said, Jeff Hooten, P number 1, Luke Filippone, P number 2, and Ed Engineer, P number 3, your podium finishers. Congratulations to them. It's a heck of a race. As you can see, the time of day has changed. This will be later in the afternoon, maybe even early evening time. The shadows would change. Maybe brake spots might change, or what you're using to use for your brake points. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to quit talking for warm up here, unless I see something crazy happen.
Back. I guess, I don't know.
One's engine probably detuned, to be honest, the track day one.
Oh, probably.
These things sound pretty cool with the turbo.
GT is a Audi 6 turbo. It's fast enough though, isn't it?
Alright.
You in lockdown, Rangy?
Oh, yes.
Jeff Wells?
Yeah,
Yes,
probably
mate.
gonna start locking things down here again too.
Never gonna fucking end. Because everybody refuses to get fucking vaccinated. They think it's gonna go away.
While over.
Sorry, mate, what did you say?
We're all good over here. We've had a couple of weeks recently when they opened up the borders.
Have you got a vaccine program going as well or not?
Yeah. Yeah, I should. Oh, I don't know. Soon anyway. Through them. I mean, I'm one of the last ones. Most of the L5's done. They send you a letter.
Do they?
Yeah.
It's get yourself in a queue here. But I leapt on it like a salmon as soon as it came home, so I'm done. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't take.
Whoa! It's insane. Man, that's good.
Laps did we do? 13?
not sure, mate. Sounds about right.
was beautiful. All right, here we go again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and not be a massive roadblock first here.
And here we go. Lights out. Race number 2. Welcome back. And they're off. So you had Evan Gramke in P1, Emery Anderson P2, Mark Sutton P3. So it looks like Emery Anderson there. Theolupu in P4. Oh, someone goes around. Evan Gramke goes around. A little contact with someone going by there. They are tightly packed at the moment. Mike King gets a little slidey there. Hangs on the P4. Theolupu to the outside. Here they go. We got Mike King there in P4. Rangy Rover right behind him. Rangy's going in hard. Manages to keep his P5. 4 through 11 are all super close. It's a cluster of people through there. They're buzzing around like bees. And that's because you had the reverse grid. So everyone that was at the front on race number 1 is at the back on race 2, and they are going nuts. So things have kind of quieted. Oh, that wasn't Theolupu going out wide there. I keep thinking Theo's in the black livery, but he's not. But he takes over as your P1. Apologies for the stream here on Twitch. It's going a little nuts. I must have something sucking down bandwidth other than my computer at the moment. So Theolupu is still in P number 2. Emery Anderson's able to hold him off. They both go super wide through turns 1, 2, and 3. Curve on 3. He's gonna try to power down up the hill. Oh! Emery probably remembering his few times someone just went shooting to the side. Luke Filippone. No, Ed Engineer, my apologies. Shot off to the left there into the barrier. He's now back in P11. Mike King. Emery Anderson must have lost it somewhere. He's lost 2 positions. Theolupu and Mike King have gotten by, with Mike King now up in P1. We're watching Sketty here. As he's in P4, trying to fight his way into P3. As you can see, Emery lost it there ever so slightly. Shot back into the right, into the side of Sketty, but Sketty has continued on. It does not look like any issues that I can tell heading to the start-finish line. Back to the auto director, we can see Mr. Jeff Hooten, your winner from race number 1 here, working on Luke Filippone. P6 goes in deep, late braking. Looks like Daniel Ricciardo. He's now up into P6. He's going to work on Emery Anderson. Fialupu working for P1, under a second, under half a second. Working hard. Oh, gets it. Got that inside curb, saved it. Sketty gets by, but that could have been a lot worse there for Fialupu. Rangy gets by as well, but giving up 2 positions compared to spinning it and losing even more, you won't mind that. You can always get those back. Evan Gramsci down here working on Mark Sutton. They're coming through the sweeping right. Evan's going to try to stay on it. Try not to hit too much on the ends of the Candy King curbs. Gets into the throttle. He should have Mark down the street. Should pull up completely in front. Yep, there he is. And Mark Sutton has gotten right back in around. And here's this insanity happening in positions 2, 3, and 4. There's Sketty in P2, Rangy Rover right here in front of Fialupu, P3 and P4. We'll stay on Theo here. And look at this. Jeff Hooten has joined the party as well. It's a party of 4. Give them a table, give them a menu, let them order. Let him eat. Oh! Theo got in the back of Sketty there just a bit. Let's move back to Fialupu. He's going to try to keep up. Look at this. Luke Filippone says, I would like to eat as well. Let me join the table. Pull up a chair. And he's going to try to get close. Just slammed a Red Bull, and he is on it. It's like Sketty and Fialupu. We'll stick here with Theo. Theo's going to try to pull a little dance move here, maybe a little in, a little out. A little high step. Sketty goes to the pits. I don't really know. Maybe didn't have enough fuel. Maybe some damage? I don't know. But he's in there. Unfortunate for him because he was right in that battle. That engineer here working on Emery Anderson. Ooh, look at that. Like that, dude. That inside outside right on by. Takes the turn very well. Now coming up on Mark Sutton. Let's stay right here with Ed for just a moment. Looks like Mark goes a little bit too wide through the turn. That allows Ed to slip right on by. Look at this. Emery Anderson and Mark Sutton together again. Mark's letting Emery, probably not letting him by. Mark may have picked up a slowdown penalty, but Emery just too much excitement. This is that break point, right through the turn, and is now about 1 second back from Mark. So the Australians have come to play in race number 2. Rangy Rover here, working on Mike King, P1, P2 respectively. And Rangy's under half a second. So we'll stick right here. Let's see what they do. What kind of shenanigans these two can come up with. Rangy's just slide through that. That's impressive. I'll tell you what, if I tried to do that, I'd be out there in that green and white wall. And I'd just be sitting there for the rest of the race. Call the lorry. It needs to pick me up. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's going to take the inside. Rangy's going to try to pass to the outside. Guess you gotta worry about that curb. Oh, you could tell how gingerly he was going up through there. Any more foul than that, might have been disaster. Range is now going to pick his spot. He realizes there's 10 minutes left, so you want to push, but you also don't want to push yourself out of not trying to get P1. So let's see what else we have here. Evan Gramke. We're working on Ed Engineer. They're these two are about 13 seconds back from P5, but I love a good battle anywhere on the thing. But let's go here. So Rangy's had an issue. See, I usually do this. I watch somebody jump to someone else, and they usually have an issue, whether it be a spin or something that throws them back down. So that has led Jeff Hooten, Luke Filippone, and Theo Lupu to get by Rangy, who now sits back in P5. He's going to drift. He's going to drift right on through this. Look at that. That's crazy. So as he's doing that, Emery Anderson here on Mark Sutton. These two guys are like prize fighters. They're going like 15 rounds. I will say this is like round 9. There's going to be plenty more of these two. Sketty. Sketty's working on it. Trying to get there up to these two. I'm gonna jump back to Rangy. Rangy, too much drift. Caught it right at the right time. Tried to do a little drift through that turn up the hill. Didn't quite work out. And was lost in time. Now about 5 seconds back from Theolupu. He's 4. So I'm gonna jump back. Mark Sutton. I don't know if he had an issue or if he just not let him by, but either way, Emery Anderson and Sketty have gotten by Mark Sutton. He's now back in P10. We'll move up to Sketty here. Has gotten by Emery Anderson in P8. Emery Anderson is now back in P number 9. Jeff Hooten, your P1, your race 1 winner. Race 1 P1 is now your race 2 P2 at the moment. Trying to get P1. What's he gonna do? How we gonna do this? Ooh, got a heck of a run there. Heck of a run through turn 1s and turn 2. Mike King manages to stay by ever so closely. Jeff Hooten right behind him. While this is going on, Sketty's working on Evan Gramke for P7. Jump there real fast. Sketty might have it through here. He does. Ooh, they both took a lot of that curb. And Sketty's going to try to just drive away into the sunset, or at least away from the sunset at the moment. We'll jump back to Jeff Hooten. P2. Waiting for Mike King to either make a mistake, or he's just going to pounce like a cat. Takes that turn very slowly, as did Mike King. So that pushes Jeff about. Pushes him back about to half a second. It's very close at one point. What are we down to? 6.5 minutes to go out of 20 of race number 2. So there you see, Jeff Hooten now has a slowdown penalty. He's going to serve that here very soon, I would assume. Even though he's hard charging down the straight. So you might see Mike King pull away for just a second as Jeff Hooten's going to serve a little bit of a penalty here. Probably going up the hill right there. So that puts, I think he's got another one. So I don't know if he's gotten 3 in a row or if it just keeps spamming the same penalty. He probably got another one because, I don't know, it's spamming all kinds of stuff now. The stewards don't know what to do. The stewards are just handing out penalties. They watched the rerun of a holiday special of Oprah, giving everything away to everybody, and that's what's happening now. The stewards are just handing out penalties like Christmas presents. Everyone gets one. But that hasn't stopped Mr. Hooten here from sticking with Mike King and just waiting. Laying in wait. We've lost one. We've lost William Lebowski. We haven't lost him, but he's in the pit. Maybe taking some tires. He's doing something. Yeah, looks like he took a tire. Jeff Hooten is right here. Right here. I'm trying to find. Where can we see them? They're neck and neck. Here they are. It's probably the best way to see it. Mike King. We'll go to him right here. You guys try to stay close. Here comes a back marker. That will be William Lebowski, who just came out of the pit, so that might play into this a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious, did you see that? That was a full code brown, if I've ever seen one. So William Lebowski loses it going up the hill there. Ever so close to the edge of the track. And these two just go flying right on by. Now, Luke Filippone has appeared out of nowhere. He's now your P3. So we're going to sit right here. This gives you a great perspective of all 3 of them. As these two are chasing down Jeff Hooten in P1. Luke goes way outside, inside. That's a good in and out. Or out and in. One way or the other. These two are neck and neck. Let's go right here. You see how close Luke can get to the sweeping right-hander. Ooh, a little twitch from Mike King hitting the grass, hitting it again. Both of them go wide. That might be, that might be a slowdown for Luke, but I guess it's not. Hard charging down the street. A little bit of a wiggle from Mike King going through turn 1. Both of them just missed the inside curb at T2. Let's see what happens here going up the hill. Luke has to let off just a little bit. Mike goes wide, but they're still right there. 3/10 separate these two. Oh, there it was. Mike had a little bit of an issue there going through that turn. Luke's gotten by. Let's jump to Mike, because Mike's going to just push away that bad memory of that last turn. And he's going to try to come back even stronger. We're now down to 2 minutes. By the time Mr. Hooten gets to the start-finish line, that should be the last lap of the race. So all these folks are now going to be pushing ever harder. Here comes Rangy here on Theo Lupu for P4. Oh, I don't know if that was an early break by Theo or if that was a really late break by Rangy, but either way that has just completely smashed the gap between them. And this is going to be a drag race through the last couple turns into the straight. Here it comes. The Drift Man. The Drift Man, oh, drifted way out there. He's got a slowdown penalty that he'll serve somewhere. But here they come down the straight. final lap of the race. Through turn 1. Theo goes wide into turn 2. What's going to happen here? Rangy goes to the inside, squeeze, a little bit of contact. Front left to rear right. Oh, Theo gets a little, ever so slightly loose. They're drag racing now. It's going to be the first one to the corner. Rangy gets it. Theo has the inside. Ooh. That was close. The Rangy has managed to get on by for P4. Evan Gramke. Evan Gramke's working. He's gotten by Emery Anderson for 8th. Emery went a little bit off track there. Evan slid right on by. Oh, and Evan. Had a little wiggle of his own. Luke Filippone working it. We're going to follow these two to the end. This is the end of the race. If nothing happens here, then Jeff Hooten will go 2 for 2. Race 1 winner, race 2 winner. And I don't see anything happening, so we're going to follow Mr. Hooten right into it. Oh, Theo Lupu gets a drive-through penalty. That's harsh. Luke Filippone comes through P2. He's probably going to just go crazy into a wall somewhere. Mike King manages P3 ever so slightly. Rangy Rover P4. Ed Engineer is going to come through P5. You're probably going to have Theo do his drive-through and come through P6. I'm pretty sure a drive-through works if you go through it while finishing the race. We'll find out. Sketty comes through P7 at the moment. Here comes Emery Anderson, P number 8. Finishing off strong. There's Evan Gramke coming through P9. And then finally, Mr. Mark Sutton, P10. We lost one. William Lebowski is in the pits, so he is your P11. And that is it. Oh, so there it was. So that does not work if you try to do it on the last lap. Theo Lupu gets a 122nd penalty, which then moves him down to P10. So your race 2 results. Jeff Hooten, another winner, P1. Luke Filippone, P2. Mike King, P3. Rangy Rover, P4. Ed Engineer, P5. Australians altogether. Sketty, P6. Emery Anderson, P7. Evan Gramke, P8. Mark Sutton, P9. Theo Lupu, P10. William Lebowski, P11. So, fantastic 2 races there. Some great action all the way through both of them, as there always is. Let's move to this. Amato, I think the game does not recognize a drive-through if you do it on the last lap. So since Theo ended the race, basically crossed the start-finish line while in the pit, he didn't really satisfy the requirement of the drive-through, and I think that's what gave him the 122nd penalty. So that's what made him P10 instead of P6. So if you get a drive-through near the last lap, you basically don't have the opportunity to do it. Grimy, thank you for the words. Hopefully we see you tomorrow. Let's see what happens. But thanks for joining this evening. Amato, same to you. Same to anyone else that came through. I see some people in here. Some names I know, some names I don't know. So thank you everyone here on Twitch live at the moment, listening to me just ramble on as we do this. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Grammy says it happened. Wow, that's awful. Yeah, Grammy, if you haven't already, then look at the Discord and try to get that beta that they've got going out now. That might help someone, including yourself, with the logs and stuff. And yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't know if anyone really knows what's going on with the disconnects, but hopefully it gets fixed soon. But either way, like I was saying, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Thanks to just listen to me talk. As I said in the beginning, this is our Twitch page. We also have a YouTube page. Find your way over there. There's a link here on our Twitch page that gets you to the YouTube. This recording will go up in a higher resolution, no issues with it. It'll go up on YouTube by tomorrow to be watched, as a replay. Same commentary, same stuff, just in a different spot with a little bit better resolution. If you haven't found our Discord yet, if you've stopped by here and the North America Race Room Discord community is new to you, if you like Race Room, jump in the Discord, become a member. Get involved in these Friday races, open to anyone. So, even if you're brand new to the game, jump in, have fun, play it, get to know us, we'll get to know you. It's a great thing. In addition to these Friday night races, we do a bunch of ranked stuff. So, get your rating up above, or get your reputation up above 75. That opens up a lot more ranked servers for you. Get it above 80, and you basically have access to every ranked server that happens on the weekly basis. So get that as well. What else is there? We have a Twitter page, in RaceRoom, all put together. So in RaceRoom, search that out, follow that. We do tweets about the streams, when we go live, when the replays go up, any information that's needed from the community, any information from RaceRoom themselves gets retweeted and stuff. So we use that really to just spread the word of everything we're doing. I rock. I try. Have a nice weekend. You as well. And maybe see you tomorrow. We got our rank tomorrow, Suzuka GT3s. So everyone loves the GT3. So hopefully we see a lot of people for that. Twitter, we have a new Instagram as of today. So North America Race Room Instagram. I haven't actually looked at it yet. So I'll look at it tonight. You take a look at it as well. Give it a follow. Put some hearts on stuff. Same with the Twitter. Like some tweets. Retweet them if you want. I mean, they're old, but either way, retweet stuff comes around. Spread the word. The more people we can find in this part of the world, North America, South America, Canada, who do race room, who don't really have a home yet to race with people other outside the ranked servers. It's a great community to get into. We make it fun. We take it serious when we need to, but we also have a great time and have a lot of fun all the time, really, even during ranked stuff. So nothing is ever really too serious. Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's all we have. We don't really have anything else yet. We don't have an OnlyFans. No way. Not yet, at least. But I've been talking too long. Thank you to you beautiful people here on Twitch who hung out with me. To anyone who watched this through on YouTube as a replay later on, thank you to you as well. Make sure to thumbs up or like any of our videos that you find enjoyable. You can even dislike them. It doesn't matter. Any feedback is great. If you want to comment good things or bad things on either side, it's beautiful. Get your notifications set up for Twitch and YouTube. That way when we go live one way or another on either side, you'll get it. When videos go up, you'll get it. That's really about it. I think I've done everything I've needed to do. I've said everything I needed to say. There's nothing really left. Join the Discord. Find us. Race with us. We're all great people. At least I think we are. Who knows? So either way, I'll end it. Thank you again for stopping by. Thank you for watching. We'll go from there. If you're not doing anything this weekend, have a great weekend. Today's Friday, so if you're watching this today on Friday, have a great weekend. If you're watching this tomorrow or Sunday or whenever, have a great whenever. Day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Get out there and race, and let's do it. So, thank you again. Love you all.